Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are in the midst of our workshop, specifically being conducted on practical exposure on accounting skills and entrepreneurship. By the blessings of our founder president, sir, and our visionary chancellor, Dr. Atul Kumar Chauhan, the initiative has been taken by us by the blessings of our Vice Chancellor, Ma'am Dr. Balvinder Shukla, and every day we are getting motivation from our Director, Dr. Sujata Khandai. Today, the session will be conducted by our esteemed guest, Mr. Azhar. He is specifically a dynamic entrepreneur. He is very well aware about all the opportunities, challenges which are being faced by a person who is going to start his business. In which way you will grab the opportunity, in which way you will take the advantage, how will you read the scenario, how will the rivalry action will be responded, all these things are being interfaced by the sir. Today, I'm requesting our co-host, specifically my co-workshop conductor, Dr. Swaricha, to moderate the session and kindly please give a welcome address to our esteemed guest, Mr. Azhar. Mr. Azhar, good afternoon.
Thank you, Renuka ma'am. It's my privilege to welcome Mohammad Azhar sir here for our workshop. For briefing about him, he is a dynamic entrepreneur. He has much his contribution in Sikkim government. With Sikkim government, if I can read his profile, I can see that he has been working with the startup. He has a startup which is being recognized by Sikkim Industrial Policy and Promotion, and he is also Google certified SME Hero 202, and also he is working a lot towards government education and education department of Sikkim government. He has a lot many of contribution towards the education in Sikkim, which is in northeast. So and very interesting fact which I came up for him, it is that he is also working for some school management software, in which anything which the students are doing, kids are doing at school level, and their teachers, whatever they are doing for their students, they can, with the help of the software, they can register it there, they can upload the things, and many things are managed according to the use of those software. So very interesting profile, sir. And your feedback also, we received that you are a very eminent speaker, and you always intended to share your ideas. And basically this this workshop is also for how the students can apply their accounting analytics and knowledge towards entrepreneurship if they want. And yes, I believe that this session will be very interesting for our students, as they will get the exchange of ideas from your experiences, whatever you have, as you have an immense experience in startup and entrepreneurship. So I personally feel that our students are going to get a good session today, as the topic is also very interesting, generation of ideas and marketing. So I welcome you, sir, on behalf of ACCL for this workshop. You can address the students now.
Very thank you, ma'am, for a very greeting and heartfelt introduction. I would like to introduce to all the student myself only. My name is Mohammad Azhar. I started my entrepreneur journey back in 2012, straight after the college, and I got motivated in my college only. That is the time when I decided, okay, like in life, you can do something for your world, and even you can, the basic thing is that you can generate a business, you can create an employment. And so the main focus was to have a to do something for yourself. So basically what I did was, like, I started seeing things in a very different way and in a technological way, and things were very tough at that point of time, but gradually and steadily we came to a head. So what we do is like Cinema Tech. I founded the company Cinema Tech. What we do is basically we technify education system. We technify education system, and not only education system, we technify any other institute. For example, if one institute or any department is running in their day-to-day basis, so can we simplify that work with the technology? So we work with the clients. We go and we talk. What are the problem we are facing? What are the load we are taking? How many manpower we are using? So after getting all those data, so we assemble them, and we give them a technological solution. What are they? What we can do? We can less manpower can be used, and skillful manpower can do, and the productivity and how the productivity can be increased. So that is how it came, and efficiently after COVID-19, world came to know about the power of technology. So how we are connecting right now, also it's a power of technology only. So that is how it went on. So my journey was I studied from Delhi University, the Helsinki Evening College. So my entrepreneurial journey started from there only. When I was in my second year of my college, I did a project with the Ministry of Tourism of India, and setting that, and they had a problem with similar kind of problem, like at that time medical tourism of India was in second position, and they gave us the task of being a number one. So at that point of also time, I gave a technical solution to it, and it got selected. And then I went till the international conference, and then where I hated that, okay, now you can do something for yourself. Like similar, like it can be to the other student also. A small incident will turn up to your life, and you will have a lot of memories, and you will think about it. Okay, this can be the turning point of your life. So, like, coming back to the topic, my topic is execution of ideas and marketing. So when you start your entrepreneurial journey, you need to have a founder mindset. You need to have a very founder mindset. It's not about entrepreneur. Okay, ठीक है, हम लोग चलते हैं, बिजनेस करते हैं, पैसा कमाते हैं. ऐसा नहीं होता है. एक फाउंडर माइंडसेट होना पड़ेगा. You need to look to society in a very different mindset. In a sense, like, you need to identify a problem, and after that, when you identify a problem, you need to have a solution with a product, and that product should be with a price. So when you have that founder mindset, you'll come with a problem, you'll identify a problem, you'll come with a solution with your product, and then you'll give a pricing to that, and you'll convince people to buy it, and they'll be happy after you buy, and they'll be happy after using your services. So this is where it comes. Many of them, like many of the students also, they have their ideas. So I have this idea, and the first thing that they will do is they will go and talk to their best friends, and that is the first co-founder they will found in in their best friend. So वो कहते भी हैं कि अगर बेस्ट फ्रेंड के साथ बिजनेस नहीं किया तो फिर क्या ही किया दोस्ती. तो इसमें यही होता है कि जब आप एग्जीक्यूशन करते हो आइडियाज को, तो उसमें थोड़ा सा आपको अंडरस्टैंड करना पड़ेगा. व्हेन यू आइडेंटिफाई अ सर्टेन थिंग, so you need to understand why that idea is very important to you. Like it is very close to your heart, or it is like very something that you are not getting a sleepless night. Okay, no, this is there, this is, I need to figure it out. ये होता है, ये very frequently होता है कि like, okay, this is there, we need to address this, we need to address this. And secondly, when you have that idea, you need to document it. You need to document it thoroughly. एक normally A4 size paper में लीजिए, you document it, because idea cannot be like into 5 or 10 PPTs and things. A simple idea is into one page, and that is a great idea. After, when you document it, you need to break down to it, and you need to have some things and smaller steps to take. Like, what are the smaller steps that you can take? What are the smaller steps ahead that you can think? What are the resources that you required? What are the things you needed? What are the people you need to approach? Or R&D, specifically the R&D, research and development, you need to do. After that, when you have done with that, then you need to have a like the action plan. Okay, now I have an idea. I have penned down it also. Okay, it looks feasible to me. I have talked to the resources guy. I have like find out the resources, actual resources. Now the action plan is you need to try on a small scale of market. So in economic, we say market is our lab. Okay, market is our lab. So we need to try on a small scale market. So when you try your action plan in a small scale market, then you wait, then you have need to be patient with your idea. It is not like when you go to the market, people are like very happily they're buying it. No, convincing is also a very different game in this entrepreneur journey. So being patient is very much think after when you're being a patient, you need to have your monthly reports with the idea and a quarterly report, day report, 24-hour report, 2 hour report, whatever you find period because of the idea. In my case, when I started was it's like that was the idea and I started it. I went to it. I wait patiently and I follow and it went through. So पहले एक client, फिर दो client, फिर तीन client, फिर word of mouth got spread and धीरे धीरे branding got also been and then that is how you go on. So एंड बहुत बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन होता है कि हम अपना आइडिया शेयर नहीं करेंगे, मतलब शेयर नहीं करेंगे, मतलब होता ना कि आइडिया विल गेट स्टोलन और आइडिया विल गेट दिस, like he will not understand. No, it is not like that. You need to, like when you are in college level, we have a different kind of hegemony kind of people, different kind of people. You have a professor, your friends, teacher, even a guard. Talk to them, share your idea. Sharing is caring. Different people have different opinion. Your idea will get filtered. Your idea will become more beautiful in that way, and then that is they are the end customer. Like you need to see them as your end customer, and then you need to work on your idea, and then again you need to do that, and then comes the marketing part. See, whenever you are good in marketing, it's not like anyone is good in marketing. You just learn through the process. You need to be believe in your idea. You need to have a proper R&D with your ideas, and then you need to hit the market, and then you need to execute your idea in a long term. You need to plan with the long term and break it down into short term. Okay, within a week I need to do this, within a other week I need to do this, quarterly I need to do this. And nowadays when I used to have this kind of things like at that time, but nowadays there are a lot of incubation centers open in colleges. So with the where they cater your ideas, you can go and talk to them, how companies being formed, how you can do legality, outer and inner source, like all whatever you studies in book. Believe me, it will help you if you start your entrepreneurship journey. So this was the thing when we started. I would like this session to be more interactive. uh, I'm open for the questions, like if anyone to ask any questions, like
Students, if you have any query, you can raise your hand or you can write in the chat box. And it's a useful session for you, as sir is in a very simple language. He's telling about how you can start with whatever ideas you are having. So be interactive, and if you have any query, you can write in the chat box. Yes, sir, you can carry on. They will ask if they have any.
so okay, so nowadays there's a what I call is a fashion of entrepreneurship. Like you can go on Instagram, Facebook, and there's a fashion of entrepreneurship going on. So first of all, they think funding kitne mili, like what is the funding, how to generate funding, funding kaise lai, A series funding, B series funding, D series funding. Believe me, if you have a good idea will generate money. A good idea does not require any money. You, be it a Facebook, be it a Google, YouTube, there was just an idea. So similar in my cases, I never got any funding. I never approached for any funding. I started business with a scrap, bootstrap basically, and my idea brought me a money. That's all what I said. And I started with with my co-founder Mayan Thakur, and slowly we built up a team. Slowly we built up a team. Today, yeah, we are like more than 25 people working with me, and we have recently like 3 months back we have done an expansion also. So yes, now we are looking for a pan India kind of concept also. So whenever you go for it, whenever you think about the entrepreneurship, it is not like you go fine, I will do entrepreneurship and then I'll have a nice office, I'll have nice, car, nice phone, nice thing. No, when you start, झाड़ू भी खुद लगाना पड़ेगा, फाइल भी खुद उठाना पड़ेगा, लैपटॉप भी खुद साफ करना पड़ेगा, और हाँ, काम भी खुद करना पड़ेगा. तो ये चीज होते हैं. और इंडिया देखो, इंडिया व्हेन वी आर इन इंडिया वी नीड टू टॉक अबाउट आवर कल्चर. अभी स्टार्टअप कल्चर बहुत बूस्ट हो रहे हैं. गवर्नमेंट इनिशिएटिव इज आल्सो वेरी ग्रेट in this thing, startup India, MSME schemes are there. A lot of things are there. When you go to in internet, a lot of things are there, like where you can find a funding. Many social networks are there where you can collaborate with the entrepreneurship programs, and you can collaborate with the like looking for the co-founder and all. Expansion has become very easy nowadays because of the connectivity. That kind of things are there. So yeah, that is the thing. Any questions? Like I'm thinking, like I'm just speaking to a wall right now. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, any question? Like students are not interacting yet. Like
Students are not interacting. You were saying like that.
yeah.
Sir, actually, student asked the question after the session. So in between,
Okay.
they are not in practice to ask the question.
Okay.
So once the session is over, then they will ask the question.
Okay, like okay, fine. No worries. Like इससे पहले भी like I've given a lot of colleges. I've been like SRM
Correct,
and
sir.
all
Correct.
Delhi
No,
University.
but,
So यहाँ तक आ ही जाते हैं.
yes.
See, entrepreneur,
I
like
asked all students if at any point of time they feel like asking something, they will ask.
yeah, mainly the entrepreneurship is about like if you want, it's all about connection. Like you need to connect. आप पूछेंगे, जितना पूछेंगे, इट्स लाइक मैं उतना ही बताऊंगा, उतना ही और बोलूंगा, उतना ही और बोलूंगा मैं. तो एक टॉपिक पे तो ये लेक्चर देने वाला बात हो गया. आई एम लाइक वी आर नॉट इन द क्लास राइट नाउ. ये हो जाता है.
Yes, so you were telling about any funding, how you can get the funding if you have any idea. So can you elaborate that thing?
Okay, like regarding the funding. See, nowadays, incubation centers are there. Many universities have the incubation center, like, and a government initiative like Atal Bihari Incubation Center. If anyone has a very good idea, great idea, they can go and pitch over there. And initially, they can get around 5 lakh of funding, and they will, incubate their ideas in a long term and thing. So what I was trying to say is like any good idea, any great idea does not require a funding, because idea खुद ही
Yes,
पैसा लेके आता है.
now, sir, can you guide that how you are defining it? What is the good idea?
Okay. See, a good idea is a problem-solving idea. When you know the pain of a consumer, when you know a pain of a consumer, so that is a very good idea. So in our cases, post-COVID, when a school used to run very normally, very normally, they used to do starting from ringing bell, they go to the and they go to the classes, then lunch break, then break time, then school go to holiday, then exam, then this. Interaction with parents were very less. Okay, and in this between, a lot of activities was also there. Bunking of schools from few students, marks sheet not shown to the parents. This kind of problem was there. So what we did was like we went to the school. We said that there will be an app, there will be a mobile app, fully customized for the school. In this school, from starting from morning to the end of your session, we'll be tracking all the students, and it will be very interactive thing. So whenever a student attends to the school, attendance is marked. So whenever a teacher marks the student's attendance, a notification goes to the parents. Okay, your ward has attended the school. So in that case, if you see, we have reduced the bunking of classes, like in a school level where they need to be monitored. It had gone down, and in many classes, surprise test was held, and many of the students, they don't used to show their mark sheets and all. So teacher can directly upload their marks to the app, and that will be shown to the respective of their parents with their child, respective with the child. Okay, today the surprise test was held, so this is the marks that your child has got. So that will help in the monitoring of a child with the parents. Okay, what is the performance of my children is going on. Excuse me. After that, where after that, this increase the interaction between school and the parents, because you cannot leave everything and anything to the school, right? It is a co hand working together with the parents and a school together. So that is the reason technology help a school to connect with the parents more equivalently. Now exam research result is being published online. It doesn't need to become okay. It is just published online. So it have help the school also, like getting the information of this of any child. For example, if any child is information, they just go to and log in and just type the name. They get every their academic report. So in this way, the institution got advantage of the technology, and they resource it very well, and that is why the thing. And after the COVID, like when the COVID happened, the whole school needed to be run, so it went through the technology. So many of our school which were priorly, because we were doing this from prior to the COVID, so they were used to this technology. They never faced any problem in COVID also. And in COVID, many of the school opted for this technology. They work with us because we train teachers. We train very teacher because the teachers are the backbone of this. So our main focus is on training the teachers only. So after this COVID situation, this product got most of the boom. Yes. So this is the thing where I told you there was a pain. There was a pain with the school, where they needed to connect more to the school, more to the parents. They needed to have more frequent activity with the parents. So that is the reason when they used to send the test paper to the parents. Okay, get its signature. Now that signature is not required. That is all online. Parents can come to school, and parents can go to the student and just ask, okay, today was your test. This is your performance. Why did you study it? That is the thing. Yeah. So that is the pain. That's a good idea, that you need to understand the pain of a consumer.
Okay, sir, just as you have told us about this software that where the connection can be built up amongst parents and the student here. So I just want to ask this: whenever we are into the process of developing such type of software, so is there any funding for these type of software also? Do you have any idea about? Can you share if there is any funding for, because, and how much expense we can estimate for developing such type of softwares?
Okay. See, being an entrepreneur is all about a smart work. Okay. So if you have some idea regarding to technology. Okay, you have, for example, X is a problem. You have figured out through technology we can solve this. Okay. Now you are a commerce student. Okay, you are a commerce student. You are good in business. You are good in business. You are good in marketing. So you need to find out a people who is a technological driven, and he can do that job for you. And in return, you can say that, okay, this is the thing. You can give me a technical solution to it. You build the product. I will sell it. Whatever the profit will get, you can take 50-50. So that is the first initiative like you can do without any money. Secondly, if you have got money, then for example, you are looking for money, then you just go like, like for example, whatever the funding you get it, then you hire a technician, and then, you go for it, you buy the product, and then you sell it. So what I suggest is like first method, because smart work is very in entrepreneurship, smart work is needed, and co-founder is needed in technological field. So co-founder should be, in my case, my co-founder is more of a tech savvy. So most of the time he built the product, and from my own time I held the project, uphanded, and sell the product, got the money, and we are doing good right now. So my suggestion to the student will be like that: you are in a college, in different departments are there. You have your idea, go talk to them, talk to your seniors, talk to your juniors. You never know like who are there, who is the like second co-founder looking into it. So together you can make it. That is the thing. Like First of all, like, don't emphasize in funding. See, even the capital ventures we are looking for, they also see that, okay, your business is generating certain revenue or not. Like in paper and pen, like your balance sheet is working or not. आपका आइडिया अगर 1 रुपया भी लेके आता है, तब तो वो आपको 1 करोड़ भी दे देंगे। पर आप अगर आइडिया सिर्फ पेपर पेन में है, मार्केट में एक्सपेरिमेंट ही नहीं किया आपने, तो वो कोई फायदा नहीं है पैसा लेके। It is a loss again. So it is best build a team. Being an entrepreneur, you need to build a team.
So means that you are trying to say that first of all, to generate the idea, we have to have a peer group and to discuss that what we need to do.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly.
And then with that particular discussion, we come up with an idea. Then we have to execute that idea before going for funding process. That how
Exactly.
this idea will get the picture in future and how it will be getting revert back to us in
Exactly.
the form of revenue.
Exactly. It's called prototype of idea. For example, I'll give you a very good example. For example, Ola. Okay, Ola, Flipkart. Okay, Flipkart. This is all execution of it. See, ideas are two types. One is innovative and one is executive. Okay, this Ola, Flipkart, Nykaa, Oyo, these all are executive business. Someone did in America, they did in India. So if they are running in Bangalore and Delhi and Mumbai, so you can do the same thing in your tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3 city. अब हिमाचल प्रदेश में तो आपको ओला नहीं मिलेगा, but if anyone is from Himachal Pradesh over here and tourist driven state, obviously communication side, so you can always execute that idea over there in Himachal Pradesh, right? So that is the thing. अगर अब एग्रो बेस्ड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप काफी निकल रहे, like they are selling mushroom, they are selling this, they are selling that, and organic things are there. So if you go and talk, बिहार में हो आप, if you go to Bihar, you talk to your farmer, okay, D2C हम कैसे बना सकते हैं, आपका फ्रॉम फार्म टू डायरेक्ट टू कस्टमर हम कैसे ले जा सकते हैं, आप वो करो, दैट इज एन एग्जीक्यूटिव आइडिया। अब इनोवेटिव उसमें आप निकाल देंगे, ओके ठीक है, हम इसका प्रोडक्शन, अगर इसमें ये डाल के हम प्रोडक्शन इसको बढ़ा देते हैं और फिजिबिलिटी कर देते हैं, तो दैट इज, सो ऑलवेज देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ आइडिया, एग्जीक्यूशन एंड इनोवेटिव, सो दैट विद द टाइम ओनली इट विल गेट filtered.
I think, sir, execution wala jo part you have discussed, that is more prominent whenever we are going to have certain business or we are going into the entrepreneurship. Then execution part is more, more fascinating, because innovation, like there are many things today, so we cannot have a distinct idea. It is very difficult to have a distinct idea, and there are many chances of failure also. So people afraid of failures. So I think that most of the young entrepreneurs, or they who have any enterprise, so I also go for the execution part. So what is the reason that why we are not going towards? Is there any flaws in our education system or our training that we are not going towards the innovative area? What is in your view?
Okay, so mostly why they go for execution system is like because all the terms and condition, legalities, and licensing part is very easy. Okay, when you talk about innovation, so when you do an innovation, so licensing part is very difficult, and rules and regulation have not been yet made. और इंडिया में लोगों को जो चीज समझ में नहीं आती है वो इलीगल हो जाते हैं। तो फॉर एग्जांपल आई विल गिव अ वेरी गुड एग्जांपल ऑफ दिस फ्रॉम, लाइक आई हैव बीन फेसिंग दिस। सिक्किम में क्या हुआ कि प्लास्टिक बॉटल बैंड हो गया। ओके, प्लास्टिक बॉटल बैंड हो गया, कंप्लीटली बैंड, you cannot sell water in Sikkim. So now in Sikkim there has been like more than a footfall of tourism, like around 11 lakh to 30 lakh यहाँ पे quarterly आपका footfall होता है tourism का। So when you close down the water bottle, so scarcity है, so what I thought of like, okay fine, tetra pack में हम पानी बेचेंगे, ठीक है, tetra pack bottle, tetra pack की हम पैकिंग बनाएंगे, tetra pack में हम पानी बेचेंगे at the same cost। So because glass bottle again renewal करेंगे long term में glass में yellowish आ जाता है, like everything is a product. But Tetra Pak, if a fruity can be sell in the fruity can be sell in Tetra Pak, so we can sell a water in Tetra Pak. So that was one thing. Now in India you don't get license for that. I have tried a lot of things, lot of way thing. It is one of a kind of innovative also, but आपका licensing part में difficult होता है. So most of the innovative idea face this licensing part problem. Government does not understand only. और free handedly आप कर नहीं सकते. That is the thing. Execution में is like everything is sorted out because someone has done it. Okay, ये होता है, done. So that is the why execution business is most chosen, and it is quick also. Like struggle will come. That is the reason.
So yes, Azhar,
Yes.
one more question. That what do you think that what are the risk part when we are going towards execution? Like you were talking about Ola, Uber, and Flipkart. So if anybody wants to extend towards this in their area only, then what are the risk part for that? And from where to start?
Okay. See, risks is like it is like see, it is a Harshad Mehta का काफी अच्छा quote है, risk है तो इश्क है, right? So every entrepreneurship should love risk. मतलब, if there is a risk, I can assure you there is a huge profit in it. And where to start? Like it is like you can just start from anywhere. Like I just told you that, like understanding the idea only, like how the idea is close to your heart. It starts from there, and like when you pen down your idea, when you sit down on your laptop and you're making it, and when you design your first logo, and that is when you start it. Like start तो like आप कहीं से भी कर सकते हो, किसी से भी influence होके कर सकते हो आजकल तो ये, but that is very much important. Like how much important is your idea to you, and like slowly what step are you taking? That is the most important thing. And risk is like entrepreneurship is all about risk. If you are like, my disclaimer is that if you are not if you are like very scared of taking risk, then you should not do entrepreneurship, because at one time सबसे बड़ा risk हो जाता है family. In India is like having many of my think you have heard about it, they get drop out हो जाते हैं कितने लोग इंडिया में तो. Like if you don't have a good degree, then you will not get married also. That is one of the important factor also. So drop out nahi karna hai. Education helps a lot. Believe me, education helps a lot. It is just you are choosing a career path in a different way. Okay, you want to do this, you want to do that. That is a different way. But risk hota hai family se, because family's mindset is very different. Okay, you will study, you will get graduated, and then you will have a good job, and that's it. But all of a sudden you planned, okay, you will do a business. So पहले तो family को convince करने में बहुत बड़ा problem होता है. That is the thing. So whenever you are doing an entrepreneurship, stay away from your family.
So there are certain personal barriers when which the person is indebted, that they do not go for any new idea.
Exactly.
Because I think that today's scenario also is like that job is more secure if you are doing job.
Exactly.
But now due to private sector, then job is also not secure. So people are just moving towards startup, and government is also encouraging. So what do you feel, sir? Government is actually encouraging startups?
Yeah, government is actually encouraging startups. Because in a long run, government cannot also produce a number of jobs they are looking for, like number of populations के हिसाब से उन्हें jobs भी नहीं provide कर सकते. See, it is always, entrepreneurship को ऐसे मतलब you cannot think as a ownership को नहीं लेना चाहिए. Entrepreneurship को लेना चाहिए कि okay, we are working together for a good cause, and वो काम में आपको मजा आना चाहिए, because you are working for yourself and for your society, and you're giving good to their society. And in coming up times, we have seen a very good startups, very good startups, and very problematic solution startup. And कितने लोग तो स्टार भी हो गए, like for example अश्नीर ग्रोवर, जो आपके भारत पे का CEO थे, that he is a very good guy. I am graduate, and they take a tag along with such name. So whenever you are looking forward for it, this kind of people have set a very good example. Being graduated from such a big institution and reputed institution, also they chose their dream, and they came above, and they have built a very good companies, and still they are doing very nice. And government is encouraging. Various schemes are there, various things are there, and now they are like motivating youth to become coming forward and do a startup and do. See, you don't have to build $1 billion or $1 million company. If you start with a scratch, आप साल भर में भी कुछ कर रहे हो, 2 रुपए भी कमा रहे हो, उसको 2 करोड़ तक कैसे पहुंचाना वो आपको आ जाएगा। पर स्टार्ट ये करना है कि आपको 2 रुपए कमाना है, और वो भी आइडिया से कमाना है। दैट इज ऑल अबाउट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, क्रिएटिंग मनी विथ योर आइडिया। दैट इज ऑल अबाउट इट। इट इज नॉट अबाउट जस्ट डूइंग बिजनेस like normal जो business होते हैं, like it is not about that. So government is yes encouraging it a lot.
We are getting few questions in regard of it. I request our IT team, Maksud ji, please give a right to Dr. Harsh. He wants to ask something. Till then, the most important thing is that our students are correlated with the commerce and finance background, and okay, most of the students have the capability to start their own venture. So sir, if they want to start this, because they must be aware about the digital technology, it is most important in the present scenario. So if they want to start this kind of a business, which kind of the opportunities they have in that present scenario to grab, and which kind of the challenges? First of all, you tell me the opportunities so that the students of commerce and finance may capable to turn themselves into the package. They are aware about the leadership, marketing, HR, but how will they grab the opportunities which are available through the digital technology also, sir?
Okay. Very good question. Nowadays everyone is online, and government initiative is like Har Ghar internet. Even a rural area is being connected. So there is a larger market you can see over there. Now, the government initiative is there for connecting our rural area, Har Gaon internet. So you can imagine the number of consumer you are going to get. So again, there again come, you just need to know the pain of there. Now, if I'm saying like a Zomato is there, delivery things is there. So एक student अपने area में जाके similar delivery package start कर सकता है. अब it is not required that he need to send from restaurant, milk delivery कर सकता है, right? It need to come from the head. आपके दिमाग से आना पड़ेगा कि okay, this is the thing. ये है यहाँ पे. Now I need to grab it. Now, how to do it? You will share your idea. You share your idea with your teachers. Your like things are there. My kind of people are there. Like we give mentorships to them. Okay, so you need to just share your idea. Okay, I'm thinking about this thing. Like, what do you say about it? Then you have a discussion, and then you get motivated, and then the things will go into fire. Now, in terms of finance, ma'am, like in terms of finance, if you're thinking, like finance is the backbone of every enterprise, every company. Cash flow is very much important. Cash flow is like a blood. A company may cash flow is like a blood. It's like a blood. So if your business is not generating a cash flow, so there's a problem. There's a very big problem. Either you are managing it very wrongly, or either you are spending it very wrongly. You need to check on that. So finance controls the business. Finance controls the business, and it also expands the business. So whenever you go out there, having a company, having your own finances, so expenditure and investment are two very different things. Most of the time people get confused with the expenditure and investment. उन लोग खर्चा कर देते पर लगता है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट कर दिए. तो ये चीज डिफरेंस ये डिफरेंस रखना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Yeah, and that is the thing.
Harsh sir, you are asking something, Dr. Harsh?
Very good afternoon, Mohammed Azharji.
Good afternoon, sir.
Listening to your the startup venture ideas, and in that light, I just like to you to know, please brief us, enlighten us about how our students can make use of AI-based applications in while conceiving of any new business idea. And what relevance does it have for the students?
Okay, very good question, sir. It's a very new technology, like coming up technology, AI-based artificial intelligence. Sorry, is talking about. So इसको हम लोग बहुत वे में use कर सकते हैं अभी के टाइम में. If you see our farmer sector, okay, rural sector. So artificial intelligence can be used to monitor our cattle, our hatcheries, our farms. So because lot of diseases are going to there, like आप देखोगे bird flus are there now. एक कोई normal cattle को वो हो जाता है. ये क्यों होता है? Diseases क्यों होते हैं cattle farming में? There is a pain now. There is a pain. So it is because of the fluctuation of a temperature. Now global warming के कारण temperature drastically change हो गया. So what AI can do is, like, if we set up something AI intelligence and do a coding and with the algorithm base, so which can make the things which can give you a report of your day-to-day cattle activities, like उन लोगों का खाना they were feeding this much, now they are going down to this much, you need to look into this. अगर ये सारा डेटा हम फार्मर को दे देते हैं तो आप जस्ट इमेजिन कितना यूजफुल होगा हम लोग के लिए. So AI, whenever you talk about artificial intelligence, it can be used for monitoring. For example, monitoring a traffic, rash driving हो रहा है, long driving मतलब over speeding कर रहे हैं. Artificial intelligence can track all these things. So number of road accidents, just imagine, we can come down to it. Okay, parking is a very big problem. Artificial intelligence can identify a place where there is a vacant parking right now, and they can just notify into your app. Okay, and you can book that parking space from your app only, and then you can just drive to that spot and then done. So these things are there.
So, yeah, very rightly pointed out. It's a very interesting concept that you just mentioned. It's the application of AI in farming can be used. So it is very closely linked with the kind of patents which are available to the students whenever you are trying to set up any business in farming, especially because, as you know, there are commodities which are of Indian origin, but when we are setting up any startup in the area of, say, horticulture or floriculture, which has a very high export demand on the one hand, but the constraints or challenges faced by the businessman while setting up that company is that they're not able to obtain patents. So in that light, can you show some information to the students? How can they pursue for any patenting or licensing related issues?
Okay. Whenever you I'll start from whenever you start your business, okay, you have started your journey, and this is the idea, and you have done your prototype also. And you have seen that, okay, there is something that coming. The very first thing is that you registered your company with the MCA. Okay, MCA. So when you do with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs registration, so it comes with a lot of compliances. They give you PAN, TAN, and all the number, and there's a trademark registration also with you. Okay.
I believe it is all online, or there's some lot of paperwork is also involved.
See, not a lot of paperwork is involved. See, nowadays it has been a very easy. If you go to any incubation center, they will do it for you without any cost also. Or you can get hand of any chartered accountant. They will have a thing, and you can convince to them. So they 5 to इंडिया में कंपनी 10,000 में कंपनी रजिस्टर्ड हो जाती है सर. बात ये होता है कि उसको चलाना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. like whenever I tell you, like दो तरीके कंपनी बनाने के. एक तो आप एमसीए में रजिस्टर कर लो, विजिटिंग कार्ड ले लो, उसमें डायरेक्टर का नाम लिख लो और सीईओ कर लो, बन गया आपका कंपनी. या फिर आप सीधे मार्केट में जाओ, आइडिया डालो और पैसा लेके आओ, और उस पैसे से आप रजिस्ट्रेशन करो. इट इज लाइक बिल्डिंग योर ओन हाउस. So when you do a registration, and if you're working in such a great idea and beautiful ideas, and जिनको कि innovative ideas में बोलता हूँ, one of the innovative ideas, and you feel like okay, this has not been done. See, आज के time में Google connectivity is all there. Whenever you go there, आपको 2 से 3 search में पता चल जाएगा कि what I'm looking for it is not in the even in Google also. So then you need to turn to your books. It is not like अगर Google में नहीं मिला तो कहीं नहीं मिलेगा, library में जरूर मिलता है. So when you turn to your books, and then it is when the patent things get started. When I was in my college, I wrote some paper also. It got published also in Ministry of Tourism of India, Medical Tourism of India. And at that point of time, my topic was like how different is traditional and modern medical टेक्नोलॉजी मेथड्स एंड देयर एनालिसिस, यानी कि हमारे प्राचीन में हमारे लोग कैसे मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट करते थे और अभी हम लोग ने कितना विकसित कर लिया, और व्हाट आर द पार्ट्स वी हैव बीन टेकन फ्रॉम द ट्रेडिशनल थिंग. So if you see like more of the like 90 to 99% we are using traditional method but with good technology. So that is the thing. So ये चीज when you go to the past or traditional way में देखोगे, so then there is the thing. And when trademark registration done or patent, obviously you need to file your paper will get approved, and then a patent is very easy for that. Or they will have a few round of question, even an interview is held, and if you get through that thing, so patent is much possible.
But usually what I have seen is that they generally give you a temporary patent license, and they say that within 18 months or 24 months, if there is no objection to your patent acquired, so then they give you the permanent one. Yeah. Is it the latest information, or is there an updation on that? Like they give you temporary.
Actually, this is this is the latest information, because lot of things were like बहुत सारी चीजें कितना चीजें communication के कारण, like because of communication error, it could not be it is just like setting up a notification. Okay, certain person has put up this notification, the patent right. If anyone has objection, you have certain right at certain time you can put your objection to it, and we'll look into the matter how serious is it, because after getting patented, and then the case will come. If the case will come, then it is again long run. So like it is around 15 to 25 notice period, I guess. I think I've not updated much about it,
Okay.
but there's a notice period for that. Yeah.
Yeah, very well, very well provided information. Now, there's one very intricately linked aspect to this. Whenever we are talking about this setting up a new business in the modern era, Industry 4.0, basically, where we have to like work in close coordination with automated systems. How far do you think like our present cyber laws are they capable enough? Because what I learned is that there are only 3 cyber laws which are under non-billable, and we are still governed by Cyber Security Act 2008, for which a directive came in 2015. But as on date, there is a lot of skepticism among the business community when they are using any AI-based app or any startup. So there is a lot of problem that they are facing. So how far do you think are they systems secure from hacking?
Okay, right. So our information broadcast telecom ministry, information broadcast telecom ministry, does not have any separate cell for this IT related thing. Like ये COVID के बाद, after the COVID, see the world has turned into a technology. So many people have been talking about technology, and now the thing have been coming up into technology. Now, for example, if I say in YouTube or Google, there was no parenting control. Parents control बोल के चीज नहीं थे, parents control बोल के चीज नहीं थे. So one incident when a Google employee was very serious about like going back home and seeing a project, उसके बच्चे को project करना था. So when he saw the history, his child was looking into all a lot of stuff which was not like he need to see at that point of age. So there came after वहां से एक idea generate हुआ कि okay parent control बोल के बनाना पड़ेगा. So see, whenever a technology you are talking about, a technology is such a thing, it will get evolved, it will go out of the boundaries of the human, and to regulate that, step will be taken, and a law will be passed. सो बेसिकली मैं आपको सिंपल ये बताऊं कि इट अपॉन ह्यूमन बीइंग ओनली। हम इस चीज को, हमारे पास एक टूल है, अब इसको कैसे चलाना है नहीं चलाना है वो हमारे हाथ में है। अगर हम इसे मिसयूज करेंगे तो कोई जो थर्ड बंदा और जो सोसाइटी जिसको प्रॉब्लम हो रही है वो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन सेटअप करेंगे। प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड इन दिस वे। सो अभी 2008 एक्ट है, 2016 एक्ट 2016 एक्ट लेटेस्ट आया था, 2022 एक्ट भी आ सकता है। सो टेक्नोलॉजी को लेके आप कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते। इट इज लाइक should be in a good hand. That is the thing. It is like Spider-Man. With a great power comes great responsibility. Simple. Like let's put in a very simple way.
Right. Very well put. With great power, with comes great responsibility. But looking at the attitude of the government towards the cyber laws, yeah, and the views expressed by Supreme Court in this, they are not taking us like much into this direction. What do you think? What more could be done on these cyber laws, especially with the perspective of new businesses? That's my last question.
With the new businesses, मेरे को लगता है उनको ग्रो करने देना चाहिए। आपके पास तो टाइम है उनको कंट्रोल करने का, आप तो बैठे ही हैं उतने ऊपर लेवल में, तो स्टार्टिंग में कर लेने दीजिए, क्या पता कुछ अच्छा निकल आ जाए। तो हमें किसी चीज को, मतलब जो शुरुआत भी नहीं उसको रोकना नहीं चाहिए। लेट इट गो, लेट इट गो। यू आर देयर, वी नो, सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज देयर, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पार्लियामेंट में बैठे हैं सब लोग हमें रोकने के लिए।
But somewhere on the lines of new economic policy 1991, where we gave a lot of doors were opened from the public sector, like liberalization took place. So that kind of or sentiment is required from the central government part.
Exactly.
Tell me, yes,
very good point, and point which is very good point, sir, and a point which is very close to my heart. Liberalization. When Manmohan Singh was the finance minister at that point of time, he took a very great initiative, and 91 reform ke baad India got changed. It got drastically changed. FDI, FFIs, like both are. So that is why we need to experiment. Entrepreneurship is all about entrepreneur. Abhi ke time mein, see, let's cut down to very short and simple. अभी के टाइम में कोई बच्चा आपको आगे बोलता है कि सर मैं चश्मा बनाता हूँ उसमें टीवी दिखेगा, आपको चश्मे में टीवी दिखेगा। अभी के टाइम में आप बिलीव कर लोगे, हाँ ठीक है कर सकता है। अब यही बात उसने 10 साल पहले बोला होता ना, आप बोलते क्या बात बोल रहा है। It is like my grandmother, it is like my grandmom seeing a video call and she is getting amazed, because उनके टाइम में वो चीज तो लाइक भगवान प्रकट होता है ना, उस टाइम होता तो बोलते कि ये भगवान आ गए। तो देखने का परसेप्शन अलग होता है। तो दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, लेट इट फ्री, लेट इट गो। पीपल आर सिटिंग ओवर देयर, पार्लियामेंट में बैठे हुए हैं अच्छे लोग, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में है, अटॉर्नी जनरल है, पुलिस है, कमिश्नर है, सब लोग है, बट यू डू योर जॉब ना, डू योर जॉब, ऑलवेज डू
well
फॉर द गुड विल।
points, sir. Yeah, in this slide, like the government should be open to the new business ideas which are coming. For example, blockchain or this payment system which is coming. It should be allowed in a limited way, maybe looking at the Indian situation, so that the business is fostered and there is a higher growth to the economy and especially the business community. Thank you, Renuka ma'am, for giving me opportunity to interact with sir. It was very well answered. He answered my queries very well. You may
Thank you very much, Dr. Harsh, for asking the questions which are very informative for the students specifically. They are listening. Most important thing, you have given a solution of the problem which may be created. And now I'm getting the questions from various students. The most important thing is capital. Whenever we are talking about the capital, the most important thing is that how will they get the capital? Number one, they have to depend on their parents, they have to depend on the near and peer. But whenever they want to be the entrepreneur, you also told us that obviously we are aware that capital is a backbone of every business. Whenever we are talking about the policy of the government and you are talking about your own venture, for the sake of your own venture, sir, tell me, you have to depend on your own capital. You have to depend on the capital arranged by dear and peer or by your circle or anything else which has been created by the government as a new scheme, which is going to give a privilege for arranging the capital for the starting of these kinds of the ventures, which are specifically correlated with the digital technology.
Okay, ma'am's question is very good. It's regarding the capital, like how to get capital, where to get capital from, like. So, ma'am, like my basic question will be like to you, when Facebook started, like for example, I'm just giving a Facebook, like I'll come to the point. When Facebook started, अभी जब Facebook अगर like Facebook जैसे मुझे अगर कंपनी बनाना होगा, like if I want to make a Facebook like company, how much money do I require right now?
We are getting different kinds of the scheme by the government, that the money has been introduced to entrepreneurship fund. So these kinds of the schemes had been started in last year, or these are going to be started. So our student may get the advantage of it, sir.
Yeah, no, ma'am. My very simple question is that, for example, Reliance भी company अगर बना, like जो अभी Reliance का valuation is in billions, right? But when Reliance was started, it was with one table and chair, right? We all know that एक table और chair से इन्होंने start किया, right? So अगर अभी मुझे Reliance जैसा कंपनी बनाना हो तो मुझे तो करोड़ों रुपए चाहिए, तो करोड़ों चाहिए. पर जब Reliance start कर रहा था तो उसको करोड़ रुपए की तो जरूरत नहीं पड़ी.
Not possible, sir.
Right. So that is what I think. Good idea brings money, ma'am. That is a good idea brings money. So I'll tell you my one very short story, like real life story. मैंने क्या किया? मेरा एक प्रोडक्ट था RFID, रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी आइडेंटिफिकेशन. Whenever एक मशीन हम स्कूल में लगाते थे, so whenever students show their card to the message goes to the parents. A very beginning product of mine. So what I did was like अब प्रोडक्ट को मार्केटिंग करना है, मैंने कंपनी रजिस्टर नहीं किया, मार्केटिंग करना है. मार्केटिंग करने के लिए मुझे चाहिए लिफलेट्स, पैम्पलेट्स और ब्रोशर. मैंने प्रिंटिंग प्रेस वाले भैया को जाके बोला मुझे ऐसा ऐसा चाहिए, उन्होंने डिजाइन कर दिया, पूरा पैसा चाहिए. हाँ, इतना लाइक 1,000 रुपए में या 1,000 रुपए में वो मेरे को देने के लिए तैयार हो गया. 100 लिफलेट, ओके, 100 रुपीज पर लिफलेट. तो उन्होंने प्रिंट कर दिया, मैंने फोन किया, मैंने बोला कि लिफलेट तैयार हो गया. हाँ, तैयार हो गया. मैंने एक अपने छोटे से मतलब भाई को मैंने भेजा, बोलो कि जाओ अजहर सर ने लिफलेट 5 लिफलेट मंगाए हैं. तो वो गया और 5 लिफलेट सैंपल के लिए उठा के ले आया मेरे पास. अब 5 लिफलेट का मतलब है मेरे लिए 5 कस्टमर.
Obviously.
ओके, मैंने उस 5 लिफलेट से मार्केटिंग किया और मैंने मार्केटिंग करके मैंने 25,000 का एडवांस उठाया, 25,000 का एडवांस उठाया. 25,000 का मैंने एडवांस उठाया. 1,000 रुपया मैंने लिफलेट वाले को पेमेंट की और 10,000 का मशीन मंगाया और 5,000 का मैंने इधर उधर मेरा सब एक्सपेंसेस, तो मेरा प्रॉफिट अराउंड 18,000 आराम से रह गया. सो दैट इज हाउ यू स्टार्ट. अब अपने लाइक इफ यू आर स्टार्टिंग ऑन योर ओन होम टाउन, आपको तो पता है प्रिंटिंग प्रेस वाले जानते हैं, आपको इंटरनेट अभी जियो का कनेक्शन इतना लाइक इजी, लाइक 399 में यू गेट अ इंटरनेट कनेक्शन, राइट? एंड लैपटॉप और हब सबके, लैपटॉप नहीं है तो छोड़ो, स्मार्टफोन सबके पास है. नाउ व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स डू यू नीड? यू जस्ट नीड अ गुड आइडिया. नाउ
Obviously, it means first of all, the most important thing which you have created, it's a reputation. Either through the marketing,
Yeah.
you have created the awareness among the people, then the people are going to join to you.
Exactly.
Now, the most important thing is that whenever you are in the field of making the software, the first and most important thing whenever you are creating the software, number one, which kind of the qualification you require, because these students are commerce and finance students. If they want to go for it, whenever I am talking to my students, these students have lot of ideas. Either they want to start their venture or they want to appraise the economy, and the most important thing is that they are also adding the digital technology, or you can say they are using the virtual platform, which kind of the criteria they require, or they go for different kind of courses, or they have to enhance their education or a qualification. What do they require for starting this kind of the ventures?
Okay, fine. Good question, ma'am. Like one of the things that I faced a lot. So see, being a commerce student, you need to be very good in your commerce. You need to be very good on be very good, especially in your debit and credit side of your balance sheet and profit and loss account. Okay, so you have one idea that is a tech savvy idea. Okay, so in MIT, I guess there's a BTech branch also, right? There's a BTech branch also. So whenever you have a tech savvy idea, go. That is why I'm trying to say, like, see, आप खुद ही पैसा ये मत सोचो कि मेरा ये आइडिया मुझे इतने रुपए चाहिए मैं डाल दूंगा तो वो बिजनेस हो गया वो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप है ही नहीं एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज गोइंग एंड एक्सप्लोरिंग इट एंड ब्रिंगिंग द रिसोर्स टू योरसेल्फ इफ यू हैव एन आइडिया गो टॉक टू द बीटेक गाइस गो टू आपके वहां पे कितना लाइक कैंपस एक कैंपस से दूसरे कैंपस में जाना है like networking करना है you need to do networking एक network दो network तीसरे network तीसरे like then you will obviously एक आदमी से बात किया दूसरे आदमी से बात किया तीसरे आदमी से बात किया then you obviously you will get one guy okay fine then you will talk to him and then you offer him to be your co-founder we are working in this just for example be like you know working for a prototype of your idea so for example being a commerce student being a BCom student you know right you know डेबिट कैसे आता है क्रेडिट कैसे आता है कैपिटल को हम कहाँ रखेंगे रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस क्या होगा लाइबिलिटी साइड हमारे क्या होना चाहिए तो सेम वे वो थर्ड ईयर स्टूडेंट और सीएस स्टूडेंट बीटेक स्टूडेंट को भी तो वो बेसिक कोडिंग तो उसको ही पता है तो आप लोग जब जॉइन हैंड करोगे नेटवर्किंग करोगे तो प्रोडक्ट तो खुद ब खुद बन जाएगा बेचने का काम आपका एक फॉर एग्जांपल अगर बीटेक एक बीटेक गाय को आइडिया है वो टेक्नोलॉजी बिल्ड कर सकता है तो ही विल रिक्वायर एन एमबीए राइट ही विल रिक्वायर एन कॉमर्स गाय प्राइसिंग कैसे होगा पोजीशनिंग कैसे करेंगे मार्केटिंग कैसे करेंगे इसको एग्जीक्यूट ले तो उसको भी चाहिए ना कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट वी आर को रिलेटेड इट इज द इकोसिस्टम so we have to work together we have to work together and be in a college I'm telling you guys in a college go network करो different ब्रांच से नेटवर्क करो आपको पता नहीं है ये कॉन्टैक्ट 10 साल बाद भी आ सकता है यूज हो सकता है
Absolutely.
हमारे कॉलेज में हमारे लाइक कोर्स में सबसे बड़ा चैप्टर मतलब सबसे बड़ा सब्जेक्ट ही मिसिंग है
Networking. Yes, absolutely, sir.
how to network yeah how to network is a बहुत बड़ा important चीज है network how to convince people to do your job like एक normal student convince कर देते हैं ना कि why I was absent for a particular day so you can convince a particular person why you need to spend the time 5 minutes for them and just listen to my idea ऐसा होगा नहीं कि लाइक आपका जो आइडिया है जो किसी को पसंद नहीं आएगा एक को नया दो को नया दे विल गिव अ रेफरेंसेस कि हाँ यू कैन अप्रोच टू दिस पर्सन एंड दिस पर्सन दैट इज हाउ एन आइडिया इज फॉर्म दैट इज हाउ एन co-founder is formed in a business if a founder is important so co-founder is equivalent important and after like it is not a single man who runs a company it is a team who runs a company आप एक पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में हर काम नहीं कर सकते यू कैन नॉट डू ईच एंड एवरी वर्क ऑन योर ओन you needed a team for that so you need to build a team so for that networking is very important
The most
really
important
if you
thing is
believe
that when absolutely right, sir. You are saying team. Absolutely right. Whenever you are giving the idea, you told us networking plays inevitable role in it. Agreed with you. But whenever they are starting the idea, whenever they are in an introductory phase, obviously their networking will do a miracle. But whenever they are in the introductory phase, how will they spend the money? Because every time, whenever they are building the team, they are hiring the people or hiring the services of the people, they have to incur the expenses. How will they arrange these kinds of the expenses? Again, they have to arrange the capital by their own, or sometimes this networking may help you, venture capitalist may help you. How will it happen?
yeah Ma'am, in a starting phase of an entrepreneurship or a student, for example, an MIT student like founding something, right? He will have his own team, means friends, friends. उनके साथ उनका friends होते हैं, like they usually have friends. Now, if you have an idea, just imagine you are building up a company with your friends only. So you will manage things. You will start managing things. Okay. For example, expenses like meeting places, right? You can use library for meeting places. Expenses zero. Wi-Fi is also there, right? Meeting places के लिए boardroom जैसा ambience मिल गया आपको library. You can use library for meeting places. Okay. Secondly, you need to communicate. So communicate, obviously there will be expense. So itna expense like use metro, use bus. Okay, that the student need to figure out, that the entrepreneur need to figure it out. अब आप ये सोच रहे हो कि मैं डैड से 1 लाख मांग लेता हूँ, यू आप 1 लाख मांग के मेरे दोस्त से 1 लाख ले आएंगे, 5 लोग 500 लोग 1 1 लाख रुपए लो, 5 लाख ले आओ, नाउ यू हैव अ बजट ऑफ 5 लाख. तो लग्जरी में तो बिजनेस नहीं होता है मैम, लग्जरी में तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप होता ही नहीं है. लाइक आई विल बी वेरी ब्लंट, आई विल बी वेरी क्रूड ओवर हियर. इन लग्जरी यू कैन नॉट फॉर्म अ बिजनेस. लाइक यू नेम इट एनी बिग बिजनेसेस, वो कभी लग्जरी में फॉर्म हुए ही नहीं है. देयर इज ऑलवेज अ हार्डशिप स्टोरी बिहाइंड इट.
Absolutely, sir. Agreed with you. And next question which we are getting is that whenever the students are starting it, and the most important thing is that we are talking today about the virtual platform. Whenever we are talking about these virtual platforms which are available now in present scenario, there is a cloud capacity, the cloud customized options are available. Do you think this virtual platform is helping in generating the ideas, helping in making the credibility, helping in creating the awareness among the people? How, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Like truly, like this session is a great example of it. We are in virtually, we are connected. I'm sitting back in Sikkim. You are in Noida, Delhi. The temperature in Noida must be around like 45 or like 40, but temperature over here is around 19 degrees. It is like 19 degree right now. Okay, so things, we are connected. I'm sharing my ideas, and I used to study in Delhi only. I came out in my hometown. I have brought something over here. Now we are creating it, we are moving forward it, and I have generated employment also. So maybe in this session, where a lot of students are being have been connected, where so they can get something about it. Okay, हाँ ये कर सकता है तो हम भी कर सकते हैं. Simple, मतलब कोई भी कर सकता है, मतलब यही है.
Agreed, sir. Absolutely right. You are. We are connecting with each other, either without ignoring the distance. Most important thing. The next question is that which I am getting, sir. We are using the virtual platform. Lot of things. Either we are talking a rose. Lots of either this is giving the fragrance, red color with the red petals. But the most important thing is that clones are also happening. So whenever the virtual platform is going to be used, there are different kinds of the challenges which are being faced by a specific person. So which kind of the challenges you have faced and how did you resolve?
In my terms, like challenges were a lot, but see, that is on the market, like networking comes. I'm very good at networking. Like a reason, like I'm here speaking because I did something, like, and you got my reference from, because I did something. अगर मैंने नहीं किया होता तो नहीं होता, शायद यहाँ पे बात भी नहीं कर रहे होते. तो obviously challenges तो आएंगे. Life है, life को challenges is like, right है ना? जिस life में challenge ही नहीं तो वो life ही क्या? Like that is the
obviously,
thing,
sir. Obviously. So
challenges.
Which kind of the challenges?
Starting, I got challenge of convincing people को कि नहीं, we can, like,
Yes.
first my dad. My father want me to do UPSC, है ना? दिल्ली में बैठ के मुझे UPSC करना था. वो बोलते थे कि 3rd राउंड तक तुम IAS ऑफिसर बन जाओगे. तो I told that I don't want to become an IAS officer. I can do my entrepreneurship, so I'll continue. So my dad did that. Okay, for business, don't ask me a penny. Or if you want to do an UPSC, then I will sponsor everything. So I did. I don't need your penny. Thank you for giving me the education. अब मैं प्रीमियम इंस्टीट्यूट से मैं कर लूंगा. So that was first thing. वो बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है डैड के साथ फेस टू फेस बात करना.
Yes.
First one, and then collecting a team. Whenever you go with your friends first. So at first my co-founder के साथ हुआ था, then gradually he had some different plans. So my co-founder left me, so I was all alone. So God have plans for you. So there was one mentor, like bhaiya bolte the, like he was from Delhi only, like he's a very good mentor to me. He's an editor in a newspaper, a very reputed newspaper in here in Sikkim. So he mentored me for 1 year. Like I was under him, so I got a lot of opportunities, and like I have learned a lot of things. He mentored me a lot of things. So how to execute, that is why he said only one thing: make it very simple. मतलब technically you can talk a lot बहुत बात कर सकते हो, but बहुत simple है. Go into market, sell the product. आप IIT से हो, IIM से हो, MIT से हो, DU से हो, आप हार्वर्ड से हो, बेचना ही पड़ेगा. किसी न किसी के सामने दलील होना ही पड़ेगा. सिंपल सी बात है. गूगल का CEO भी है ना, तो वो एक बार आके, मतलब अभी एप्पल का इवेंट हुआ, टिम कुक आए, बेचे ही प्रोडक्ट, राइट, selling. So that is very important. बेचना ही पड़ेगा.
Yes. And you are in a business of creating the software. Are you serving as a third party?
No, we are not serving as a third party. We have my own team. Initially, we were doing that, but we have our own team, and actually, we do customization based on the client requirement.
Okay. For example?
So whatever the product is there, it is there solely their product.
Yeah, I want.
For example, power
yeah.
department. Yeah, for example, power department. Power department in Sikkim, they were like 48 hydropower projects. Okay, so they wanted the data to be like very quick and efficient in quarterly, and the number of files they had, they all wanted to be in a soft copy. So what we did, we made it one software for them, specifically software for them, so that they can whenever a user, like whatever simple to simple paper, they can scan it, and this just within a click it will get uploaded in their personal server. And what are the monitoring things, what are the things going on there, the director or the secretary can sit in the office, and they can have a look into it. So that was very personalized for them. Yeah, basically they just don't want to the hard copies in their table most of the time.
Absolutely, sir. Sir, specifically, you are dealing with the data, and which is very confidential, which is most
very
important.
confidential.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Lots of things, lots of secrecy is specifically attached to the customer's data. Either it is related to the documents, it is related to their information about the status. So it is most important. You have to create, along with your working software, you have to follow different rules and regulations so that the data must not hack. In which way this artificial intelligence is going to help you, or is providing a platform to you, that this data which you are creating or data which you are storing, it may always remain as a confidential. So how do you do this? I'm not asking the secrecy of your business, only just as a information for the sake of curiosity, because I am taking the artificial intelligence and our students are involved in it. They are not making the software, but they are aware what is artificial intelligence, in which way they are doing. And I want that the student may get an idea that artificial intelligence is also helping to keep the data confidential. How will you do it? How do you do it actually?
Well, till now we have not used any artificial like upfront, like we have not used any artificial intelligence for such things. Like See, when you, it is a very technical question that you have put it up to me. Like, sir, my thing is like to more of a, like, I generate a business. मेरे को सिर्फ business करना आता है. So whenever these technical things are there, technical problems are there, I call up my team and I just put on the table. These are the things, and give me the best thing that you can. Just bring the best thing in the table that you can come up with. So that's what I do basically, man. Like, I basically do a morning, like whatever the question is regarding artificial intelligence, or like we can do like this or like that. I just call up my team, those who are like specialized in this thing. I put on the table, they come up with this. And if there is a very like, I see the two scenarios on this. Like, if someone is doing it in a best scale, in a world level, how they are doing it, and if they are doing it, so how we can like execute it. So I just filter in this two way, and I do the that is the thing. So most of the time, I'm more into market capitalization, expansion of my business, and taking care of my clients. That is more of my thing.
Yes, absolutely right, sir. Whenever we are talking from the point of view of these students, which kind of the software they must learn to create the kind of app, the kind of analytic they want to involve in it. So for the purpose of it, which kind of the software they must learn as a commerce and finance student, because they are not hardcore software engineer, they are not aware about the coding, but it is the time of the digital technology. They must learn it. So what will you suggest? Which kind of the software they must learn? At least they may go for the purpose of analysis. They will start their own venture, or they are creating the financial statement, or they are involving themselves in the purpose of analyzing. As an entrepreneur, which kind of the softwares they require to learn?
Microsoft, man. Microsoft is a solution to everything. They need to know a good PPT. Excel. One entrepreneur should know how to use a good Excel sheet. They need to know a good Excel sheet, because most of the data-driven work is done through Excel sheet only. Like, no other thing in the world can do. So yeah, Excel. One should be master in Excel sheet and PPT and Word document to write a data. And these three things are there. And like email etiquettes are also very important. Writing an email etiquettes are very much important. So that is also one of the skills that they can learn to it. And yeah, man, these four things are very much important.
Yeah, you are saying if they're learning the MS Excel, specifically MS Excel, MS Word, and MS PowerPoint, with the help of Excel, obviously, they are getting lots of skills. Either it is related to logical statement, analyzing, they may be capable to learn. And is it sufficient? Is it kind of support, great support, or they have to go for a different software also?
No, ma'am. Excel sheet. See, if you go by the Excel sheet, if you know how to use the Microsoft Excel sheet, you can do the same with the G sheet, and you can do with the same in the numbers, like in the MacBook. So it is a great help with the Excel sheet, and it is a very quick way to learn. And whatever you do, whenever you collect the data, you need to analyze the data. That is when an Excel sheets come in. That is when an Excel sheets come in. If you're doing a finance also, if you're doing a monitoring also, if you're doing a website monitoring also, Excel sheets come in. So whenever you're doing a presentation, Microsoft does help on that point of time. But yeah, Excel sheet is very, very, very much important. Keeping your record, employee record, student record, any kind of record, Excel sheet is the important thing.
Yeah, Excel can give them a lot of things, I think. And one most important thing is that whenever they are working, they need a customer feedback. They need a feedback from their client. Do you think they must learn SQL also, structured query language, which may turn the feedback into the Excel, or they have to go for another thing also?
Man, if they do by yourself, that it is a very good thing. Like if they do by themselves, that is a very good thing. But there are a lot of third party, and like Google Forms are available.
Yes, sir.
So you can use those tools. Yeah, you can use those tools and make it a very easy way to get a feedback also. Most of the prominent company does that. Most of the company does that. They use Google Form. That is the very best thing.
Yes, absolutely right. Google Forms can be used and the data will be converted automatically into the Excel. Then they can use it for the purpose of analyzing. Absolutely right, sir. Sir, specifically, you are involved in making the software which is giving an interaction for making a path for the parents and the students. Or you can you are making specifically for interconnecting a path for it. Have you taken feedback of it, sir?
We do take a feedback.
Am I audible,
Hello?
sir?
Yes. I heard your question.
Yeah, I'm asking, sir, the path which you have created for the interaction of specific institute with parents and students, are you getting the continuous feedback on it, sir?
Yes. Yes, we do their continuous feedback. What we do is that we monitor each school. We see their activities. Like the number of homework has been sent, the number of attendance has been taken, the number of tests has been taken online, the number of marks has been generated online, the number of photos has been uploading in their own app, and the number of the chats they are interacting with the students. We see this. And annually, what we do is like we open one form. Annually, we open one form feedback with the parents, like what all do you need, like what is the ease we can do, like user interface wise, like what are the easy ways, or like what is the most difficult thing that we are finding it, and we can work into it. We do like feedback is like something like what do I say, like it's like a limelight. Feedback is everything, like
yeah, kind of thing that you are making a software, the people who are interconnected with it, are they satisfied? They are satisfied or not? If they are satisfied, are you getting a kind of information which kind of the improvement is required, or how do you get it, on which basis? Are you getting it on a monthly basis, semi-annually basis, quarterly basis, or a annually basis?
See, we get our feedback on annually basis. Basically, we do on an annually basis, and we are satisfied or not. See, most of 99% of our customer has been retained. 99% of our client has been retained. So, like, and the number speaks for themselves, and the cash flow speaks for themselves. Like you're doing a good business, then they are satisfied. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for a very insightful session. Actually, the fundamental things which you have told us about different kinds of the opportunities, challenge, and the effect of it on society, and the knowledge or the criteria which is required for our commerce and finance student, it is a most important thing. And now they are getting to appraise lot of skills on it. Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Dr. Swaricha, kindly give a vote of thanks.
Many thanks to Azhar sir to devote your precious time for enlightening our students. Thanks to Renuka ma'am, Harsh sir for coordinating the session. And many thanks to our logistic team. Without them, their support, we cannot happen this workshop. And our students, sir, I just want to inform you that our students are from last 13 days. They are continuously with us for this workshop. They are receiving various kind of such type of sessions that are very much vibrant for their course curriculum, as they are the students of management and commerce. So many useful sessions we have conducted during this workshop. So again, I thank you for devoting your precious time, sir. We have a great session today. Thank you so much. Logistic team, I request you to end the session.